PaulPair Smith.
Hi.
What are you making?
I am making Indian blue watercolor.
I guess I should introduce myself, huh? It's Christina the Happy Heretic and Paul Smith Pair.
They know who you are. It's your channel.
Right. Do you have the pigment bottle I want to show? I have it. Okay. My nails are...
So the answer is no, you have
Yeah,
it.
the answer is no, I have it. I ordered from Earth Pigments, and my daughter also got me several pigments, one of which we're about to make because I want green oxide. But this is India Blue. Not Indian Blue. I was calling it Indian Blue. India Blue. And it's one of the oxide pigments. What are you adding?
I just added a couple more drops of glycerin. I'm trying to keep the same ratio of the gum arabic to the glycerin to the water.
Are we doing basically the same mixture that we did with the ultramarine, except we're going to mold this one much? We're not.
We're not, because in the ultramarine,
I put too much binder.
You kept adding water to it over and over again.
Well, that wasn't the problem. I think the problem actually was binder.
I don't think it was binder. But that's okay, because this is going to work out great. Because I'm going slowly with this, I'm making certain that the consistency looks good, even if it isn't fully molded. And right now, I've got a consistency that looks right, but if you can hear it as you do this.
Well, you're going to mull it with the glass muller, though.
I am.
Okay.
But I'm saying that I think the consistency is good, even if I can hear it. So now I think I'm in where I can start mulling it.
Where's your little rubber thingy that you love so much?
My pretty pink spatula.
To get it off of the palette knife.
It's right here. But I put it on the bottom.
Use your plastic thing.
But
use your rubber spatula to get the eyes. See what you're doing.
I'm putting it on the bottom of the molar. I'm priming the molar.
Oh, tell about our do-it-yourself molar.
Oh, see this? This is from Coram Specialty Infusion Services. It's an Apria healthcare company, and it's one of those things that you put like gum or something on the inside and you close it up, or Reese's peanut butter cup miniatures or something.
You went hunting today, didn't you?
I found it at the Goodwill, so I don't really know the backstory of this item, but I do know.
Oh, wait. Where's your? We haven't tried this.
We haven't tried it. This is a wooden pedestal upon which one might put a plant or another decorative object. For me, I saw beautiful flat surface, built-in handle. This could be
You're
a
holding
great.
It way too far away.
This could be a.
Honey, right here.
This could be a great molar, but
We haven't tried it yet.
We've not tried it, and also it's wood, and that may not be.
Because it's porous.
But we do know that the glass one works.
We do. Now, I think the only mistake we made on the ultramarine was not mulling long enough. I don't think consistency is the problem because the water is going to evaporate out. Now we don't have the honey, and we do want to add that. And we will get a quote-unquote real muller, although I think this one's doing fine. It's just an issue of mulling longer. I think the particle size was still too big. Mm-hmm. Because when I did the comparison, let's see if I can get it while we watch you mull. What I did is on our little sample page here, I did a comparison, and I compared it to the best paint out there, Daniel Smith. Look, I mean, it's stunning. It's so smooth and so transparent. And this is batch 1 of our ultramarine, and you can see varying results. I got it. It hasn't dried. It had not settled. This was wet on dry. This was wet on wet, and I really picked up a very heavy amount and just let it be super saturated. This one was very, very wet on wet. I really saturated the paper and moved it down. But the reason I believe I put too much binder in it is it did not travel all that well. And when I first did the swatching, I did it on, I don't know, Canson XL or something, and I thought, well, that's not fair to the paint. Let's at least know we're working on Arches 140-pound cold pressed paper. I used my silver black velvet brush. The only thing we didn't do is use distilled water. I boiled it first because we didn't have distilled water on hand. But oh, I love that color. It's much more teal in person. I'm looking at it on the phone and on the palette, and it's definitely more teal. I wonder if I can get it to...
It's the color
I
that
cannot make this phone do what I want it to do as far as I'm trying to get it to adjust to see if I can. Nope, it's not doing it. But we have no natural light. It's, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. So.
I can tell you the molding makes a difference. In the course of doing this on this surface, which made a big difference as well, I could actually feel the grains begin to release and spread, and it became more smooth over the course of time. Another reason why a higher glycerin content is something that we didn't have last time and I thought might be a
I
problem.
used too much gum arabic and not enough glycerin.
What it did not do is it did not spread around, especially during the mulling process. It was just moving around the same grains of sand around. It needs to have a little bit of viscosity around to permit it to slide around.
I agree, but I also think that glycerin is not going to evaporate the way water does. You're talking about a long-term solution to a short-term problem. Glycerin will affect the paint long-term, whereas water will evaporate out and can be added in as needed. I think you need it in the mulling process, but not necessarily for it to be that wet for that long otherwise. Although some brands of paint are made to stay wet for longer, so I think that part may be a matter of personal taste. But anyway, we will see. I'm going to let this, because he's going to be mulling for quite some time. We will check back in, and I'll do swatches of the India Blue. For now, this is Christina, the Happy Heretic, and Paul Smith Pair.
Hi.
Like it if you like it, and subscribe if you want to see what crazy thing we're up to on any given day.